Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am doing a series where I tell the birth stories of all four of my children, and today we are talking about Jace's birth story. So if you're interested, just keep on watching, click like if you like it, comment down below what one you saw first, and be sure to hit subscribe if you like stories like this. And also comment down below what videos you want to see from me, because I have so many planned, but also want to know what you guys want to see. So anyways, we're just going to get right into it because it's going to be a long one. So Jace's birth story started on January 20th in the morning, no, it was not. It was 10:50 at night on the 19th, when I went into labor with Jace. And I didn't go into labor necessarily, but my water had broken. I was currently at this time renting a room with my dad and my sister in the house, but I was just renting a room. And I had moved over there. If you didn't watch Jordan's story, I was living there, but then I ended up moving out, meeting my other kid's dad. I don't know what to refer to him as. And then my youngest two's dad. And then when I was pregnant with Jace, I noticed that I needed to go to the same hospital that I went with Jordan, just because I was sort of having early labor with my son, and so I needed to go to a hospital possibly that had NICU. And so yeah, I had a high risk pregnancy because my first with her complications, and so I wanted to be near a hospital that could be providing better things, whatever, I don't know. And so I went back into that same old room and was there for a few months. Or no, I wasn't. It was only like a month, I think, that I was there, and gave birth. But so I'm trying to set up this setting here. So my dad and my sister were living there, and my sister was in her room, I was in my room, I was watching a movie. My water broke. I ran into the bathroom screaming, "Oh my gosh, it's coming out." Well, my sister ran into the bathroom and was like, "What? He's coming out?" I'm like, "No, my water broke." So I get in the shower. It's I don't know about you guys, but I feel like that's the most disgusting feeling ever. It's like you have pee coming out, but you can't control it. I have a weird thing about wet clothes being on me. I don't know. Textures. Anyways, so I got in the shower. My sister called the on-call nurse, and because I had complications with my first, they wanted me to get in there straight away, especially because it was my second kid. They didn't know how fast they were going to come. And so we headed there. My sister gave me a ride, and on the way there, this is the best part of the story, okay? Except for the ending, obviously. But we were on the way there, but her truck, she had a Toyota Tacoma red truck, and the seats were so uncomfortable. They were hard as rock. And I'm super pregnant, and I'm so uncomfortable. By the way, Jordan was sleeping, and my dad had watched her because she was sleeping and stayed at the house with her. But anyways, so the hospital was 10 minutes away. And so we're on the way there, and I'm super uncomfortable, and my sister's like, "Just move it backwards," because it was straight up, right? It's super uncomfortable, especially when you're pregnant. And so she's like, "Move the lever," and I'm like, "It's stuck." So then she's like, "Push back on the seat while you do it." So I did that. Well, it ended up flinging back, and I'm super pregnant, and I can't get up, right? So my sister has the video. If I can get her to send it to me, I will put it in here. But it's hilarious, the most hilarious thing ever. And so we keep driving. I figure that out. We get to the hospital. My water's still leaking everywhere, by the way. We get in there, and I'm like, "Yeah, my water's breaking. It's everywhere. I'm not feeling any pain at this point. I'm just, They get me in a room, and they're trying to get me to stay on the bed. And I'm like, "This is not happening. You guys did this to me the first time. It's not happening." Okay, cool. I'm also not getting the epidural this time. So, then I had them get me a tub ready, but then they filled it with cold water. And I'm like, what is this? Like, give me like warm water to take a bath in. What the heck is this? So then I get out and then I get dry and then I walk around the hospital and just trying to get things moving because I'm not feeling any pain. I'm just like leaking everywhere. It's super gross. And I'm just like, come on, like, just get this thing rolling, right? Because my first was 34 hours before I got the epidural. And then it was like a whole entire, like another at least 7 hours by the time I gave birth to her. So it was like, please just get this rolling. I don't want to do this all day. And so, altogether, I was in labor with my son for 3.5 hours, but I was not in pain at all until the last 45 minutes, but I was leaking that whole time. And so, yeah, then they go back and they have me get checked, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'm really tired, like, it's really late at night, so then I fall asleep for a little bit, get woken up by contractions, and I start walking around and just trying to do different things. And then John Wesley shows up, and then that's when I started being in pain and having a lot of back labor. And then after a little bit, I remember telling him, like, I feel like I'm gonna poop. Like, he's coming. I feel like I'm gonna poop. So he went and told the nurse, and the nurse came in because she had checked me, left, and then right as she left, I basically said, like, come back in here. He's coming. And she thought I was tripping. And I'm like, no, I'm being serious. And sure as heck, his head was right there, and with one push, he was out. And I remember it was a really, really long, hard push. And he came out, and he was purple, and he had the cord wrapped around his neck 3 times with a knot in it, because he was my little karate kid. That's what I called him in my tummy. Like, you are a little karate kid. Always moving, just doing rolls. And then, so yeah. And they threw him on my chest, and we just laid there and everything. And a little while later, then they weighed him and measured him and did all that. And then he latched onto the boob really quickly after that. And then it was just quiet. I remember it was 7:34 in the morning, and it was just like quiet and exhausting. Like, we were up all night, you know, just like exhausted. And I remember they were trying to give him a bath, and I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and they were trying to give my son a bath the next day or something. And I was like, do not touch my baby. Like, you are not allowed to wash him. And also, did you know how much they charge you for holding your baby when you're in a hospital? It's bizarre. But, yeah, it was horrible. And I remember that time I was not allowing them to give me the medication for after pain because I don't take pharmaceuticals or anything. And I had learned after my daughter 18 months later. Sorry, I got interrupted, and so I had to cut out. Basically, I think that I don't know what I was talking about. But, yeah, that's the end of that video, I guess. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you want to see more like this, let me know down below, and let me know what kind of videos that you guys want to see from me as well. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video.